Hello and welcome to the playtest of Atomic Picnic, which is available now. I got into it pretty easily. I mean, you can probably go on the store page and request it. I don't think it was like an instant one, but it didn't take long. But let's see. Let's see. This was part of the OTK expo that was going on. Which I watched a little bit of. I didn't watch all of it, so I don't really know much about this particular title. It's also featured in the Future of Play Direct. Yeah, let's just start this map and just go and do some of the shenanigans. Jump right into it. Keep this video fairly short. Defeat 200 enemies. Oh, that doesn't seem very difficult at all. I guess it's not difficult because there's not very many enemies. It's definitely an interesting choice. Let's make a game where you have to go and kill a bunch of things in a relatively fast period of time. But let's not really give you a lot of enemies to kill. I mean, that just seems like a ludicrous choice, and that wouldn't make sense for us to do. But the gunplay is pretty satisfying. I mean, the only thing that I would say is not necessarily enjoyable, or things that don't really make a whole bunch of sense, is the fact that I have an objective of defeating 200 enemies and I've killed 11, and there just doesn't seem to be any enemies for me to kill. Like, I'm just running around. Essentially, the spawn rate for these enemies is just... it's too low. It definitely could be a bit faster. The zone has spawned offerings. And what kind of offerings did you spawn? See, damage bonus, random curio upgrade, health bonus. I guess we'll do the damage bonus. Like I'm fighting Pokemon. Changes my weapon to work like a minigun. I was gonna say it was a bad idea, but it seems to be like a good, solid choice. You know, the minigun choice was really good. And at least now we finally have like a decent spawn of enemies, so it's we're almost done. We get to move on and see what's next. You know, I do like mindless shooters at times, and this definitely feels as though it is a mindless shooter. It's pretty good. I may not sound particularly enthused, but it is pretty enjoyable. I think it's just, you know, it definitely had a slow start. Like, I don't understand why it took so long for us to start spawning in a large amount of enemies, and even then, it still is not at the pace that I feel it needs to be. Yeah, I'm leveling up a bunch of stuff, and all of that is good news, but I'm still not seeing enough enemies for this to go as quickly as I feel as it ought to be. I mean, it's we're almost 6 minutes in. You know, I'm halfway, so I can assume it's going to be 12 minutes to finish. But it doesn't really feel like it should take 12 minutes. I mean, it feels like a match should be maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes, maybe 10. I guess trying to herd everybody into this alleyway was not as good of an idea as I thought it was. Oh, I died and I didn't make it to the 200. Woe is me, but maybe perhaps, you know, you can take some stuff and level up or do something. We'll see if there's any kind of progression that makes it a bit better, I suppose. Well, I don't know. We will certainly see. We got a grenade launcher. Sweet. Alright, so these things we have to do. Alright, it seems pretty simple to, like, unlock stuff. I mean, well, not necessarily. There's a lot of things to do, but... I like the assault rifle, but I'm going to use the grenade launcher. We'll try that again. We'll see if there's, like, a different level. Discoveries, mementos. Might as well go check out these people and say hello. Look at this guy in his pose, just kind of stationary. He's like he loaded in, but he didn't get any instructions. Got nothing. Nothing, and what about you? Nothing. Yeah. And that was the stuff that I had. Alright. I don't think I'm going to like this. The grenade launcher. I don't feel like that's going to be what I want to use. I'm not sure what we have to do to get the other level, so I'm just going to try this with the grenade launcher. I mean, for me, personally, I've played enough to where I know that, you know, this was already on my wish list because I thought it looked pretty promising. It reminds me a bit of Heralicia, which is a similar title, except for it's magic-based, pretty much. You're using spells the whole time. But it's the same premise. You are a third-person action roguelike. I guess like Risk of Rain 2, perhaps, might be a good example. I don't know, because I haven't played it yet. I have it, I just haven't played it. And I don't like the grenade launcher. Like, I don't think it's a bad weapon, it's just not a weapon for me. I gotta go back to camp. I just don't like the grenade launcher. I'm gonna switch back over to the assault rifle. Let's see how, I mean, you know, I'll do it again, just to kind of see what kind of power-ups we'll get. But afterwards, I think that'll be it. Because I don't expect that I'll get very far in the playtest. It is easily something I could play for quite a bit of time if I really wanted to. It definitely has that one more round kind of feeling to it. And really, my only complaint is that I wish he would start off a bit faster. But movement is good. This level's really cool. I like it. There's a lot of different methods to what we're going to do. We've got a good amount of verticality. Really just a lot going on. There's a lot to like explore. We can kind of pick our places that we feel most comfortable to fight. It's a pretty decent collection of enemies. I wouldn't say that any of the enemies have been particularly enticing or, you know, really cool to fight. They all die the same. They shoot them with bullets. They die. But it does a good job, you know, like it's they're fun to kill. That's the important part. I also really like that we're getting these things that drop in. Oh, it's misleading. Fire rate would be good. Health bonus might be good. Damage bonus. I like the fire rate may not have been the best choice, but yeah, I should have gone with damage. We'll get there with like more stuff. I feel like I, you know, maybe shouldn't compare this to Pokemon or Pal World even, because obviously, I mean, you know, there's no creature collecting here. It's just like the design of the enemies reminds me of Pokemon. We'll do this one. Should have done the damage boost for sure. I feel like these guys are just a lot more tanky than the last time I played. Or maybe it's because the grenade launcher was kind of killing these guys at a much faster pace. I don't know, but I didn't like the grenade launcher, so I mean, like, there's not really much I can do outside of just keep killing everybody and hoping for the best. Well, I guess we go into that healing place. It's a shame. I was really enjoying this little spot. Alright, this spot is no longer viable. Too many snake things. I don't know, that seems like a good idea. My bullets might possibly explode. Feel pretty bad if I ended up dying again. It'd be like twice in a row that I didn't make it to level... Well, I mean, like, that I didn't finish whatever the task is. Well, even the game is like, oh man, dude, you're gonna die, so... Let's assist you with a healing shrine. Well, what a happy day. What a happy experience. More damage, indeed. It's just like when you start seeing this many enemies, it just definitely gets a little bit chaotic. I like it though. I mean, like, it's not chaotic in a bad way. And there's so many places where you can kind of escape to or regain your bearings. And then I got exploded because I didn't get out of there in time. I should have known better. That's my bad. Alright, well, I think that's like enough of Atomic Picnic. I quite enjoy it. It's just a game that obviously is going to take some matter of time before I reach like a point that I feel like I'm, you know, figuring it out and doing it right. So it'll just take some time, and but eventually I'll get there, and I'm pretty positive that one day I would be good at it. So it's earned a spot on my wish list if it hadn't already been there, but it is. So it just means I'm going to continue keeping it there because I quite like it. This is very entertaining. So that's all I've got. I'm gonna go ahead and stop for now. I highly recommend you go over to the Steam page, which is in the description, and apply for the playtest. And if you can get in and have yourself some time, they're fun, some good times.